Hello. Hi. Are you a reader? I've never been live on here before, so this is totally new to me. Hey, Shannon. I have no clue what I'm doing here, but I write romance novels, and I thought, you know what? TikTok hates me. Why don't I try YouTube Live? So I'm here. I read spicy romance novels. I read mystery. I read all sorts of stuff. What kind of books do you guys like to read? I'm currently working on a hi. I've never done this before, so I am excited to see what type of reach I have on YouTube. Production process manuals? That sounds very boring, Wiz Flipper. I am currently working on a cowboy romance set in Texas. As a mother, I have read many a Bluey book. Those are not so spicy, but they are fun. Bluey is the best dad. I've got a couple books out. So how does this whole thing work here on the tubes? If you like spicy romance books, put the last spicy romance that you just read in the comments. Or at least tell me where you're from, because I do not know much about this community. And thank you, Shannon. Are you still at your grandma's? Hi. Way Off Base by Stephanie Geis. Oh, I saw your review for that, Shannon. How about you read us a little bit? Do you want me to read you from my most recent novel? Sure. Let me turn down. I will turn down the volume here. Let's see. Let's give this a whirl. Okay. I will start from chapter 1. This is book 2 of this series. Electric just came back on the house about 10 minutes ago. Oh, at least they got it back on. Okay, so chapter 1. You have to stop walking around your barn without shoes on. I shake my head at Mr. Fletcher. You and that nurse keep saying that, but it's never been a problem before. Mr. Fletcher crosses his arms and scowls at me. Might I suggest cleaning the barn if you plan to walk barefoot? You only have 2 feet, sir. Do I sound condescending? Yes. Yes, I do. Bunch of wussies, Mr. Fletcher waves his hand in my face and stands. When I was a kid, no one cared about nails. I don't even try to argue that. I need to change that sentence. I don't even try to argue. That point. Because, this is a rough. Because they didn't worry, because they died from infection. Why bother? The man's 95. He'd probably say it's an old wives' tale. Maybe I should not read a work in progress. Because they didn't worry, since they died from infection. Why bother? The man's 95. He'd probably say it's an old wives' tale. I watch as the old man hobbles out of the room. The utter ridiculousness of his last 2 visits astounds me. And on that cheerful note, I make my way to the break room to change. It's already after 9 o'clock, and I only stayed this late because the old man who refuses to wear shoes. Why are old people so stubborn? I shower and change and make my way to the local college bar right outside of town. I've had a bit of a dry spell lately. Ever since my best friend got himself a girlfriend, I've been coming here alone. It's definitely sadder going out alone. I've been coming here, period. I would take up. It's definitely sadder going out alone. I walk through the door and make my way over to the bar. I've already effed the bartender and the other bartender. I'm assuming they must have spoken because they're both glaring at me. Look, I'm not afraid of monogamy. If I found someone who piqued my interest enough, I'd date her. I've gone on dates. I've even had a few girlfriends. They have spent the night. Have they spent the night? Well, I just haven't met anyone I want to share a bed with. Okay, that's not true. I have met one person, but life just hasn't been on my side with respect to her, and I've had to reassess my life expectations. There was a time I thought we'd end up together. You see, I'm a lot older than her. I'm a lot older than she is. 8 years to be exact. Had I asked her out when I started being attracted to her, I would have looked like a perv. For a while I was worried something was wrong with me because she was the most beautiful 18-year-old I'd ever seen. When she turned 19, I made a promise to myself. I'd wait until she graduated college, and then I'd ask her out. Understand, when she started college, I was finishing medical school. With my age and her age and all the things I had to do to focus on becoming a doctor, I felt that if I still had feelings for her then, my feelings wouldn't be inappropriate anymore. But life had other plans, and I'm alone. Hey, a tall blonde walks over to me, her hair loose in loose waves down her shoulders. Hi, I smile. This night is looking promising. What are you drinking? Vodka soda. As a man, a few things go through my head when I hear a woman's drink order. Am I being judgmental? Absolutely. But so far, my intuition has never been wrong. If I took this woman on a date, she'd order a salad with grilled chicken, the dressing on the side. I'm a doctor. I can appreciate someone who makes healthy life choices, but I'm also a big brother. When my sister pulls this shit, she ends up coming over to my house and raiding my fridge. Now, she could have ordered a real meal at the restaurant or eaten all of what she ordered, but she thinks men care about how much she eats. This may sound crazy, but we don't. Order whatever the fuck you want. I invited you to dinner because I thought you were hot. If you ordered a burger, I'm still going to think you're hot when you eat it. You got the chocolate stout back. My heart pounds at the sound of her voice. Can I get a pint of that, please? She bobs her head to the music and sings to herself. Dessert in a beer. Yes. Please. Dessert in a beer? I quirk a brow at her. That sounds disgusting, small fry. I can honestly say I don't think she knew I was standing here. A little hit to my ego, but what isn't when it comes to this woman? What are you doing in a college bar? Tiffany tosses her long black hair over her shoulder and scowls at me. Not getting laid, that's for sure. But I'm not dumb enough to say that, so instead I shrug. What are you doing in a college bar? I turn to the bartender. Can I get a pint of that too? I thought it sounded disgusting, Tiffany says. No, I said your description was disgusting. I comb back her bangs that are hanging in front of her eyes and tuck them behind her ear. But really, what are you doing here? Randall had a faculty event. The food was gross, so we came here for burgers. Tiffany looks over her shoulder, and I see Randall chatting with some woman I'm assuming is a colleague. His face is blank of expression, but I can see him eyeing me. The man thinks I'm rude to his wife. Little does he know what I'd like to do to his wife, but that's neither here nor there. I'd never hit on a married woman. Did you already eat? Not yet. Have you eaten? No, just got here. Late night at the clinic. I leaned against the bar. I am very well aware that she's married, but she's also stunning. I may not be able to touch, but I can enjoy the view. Join us. We haven't ordered yet. I can take your order here, the bartender says when she hands me my pint. Just tell me what your table is. We put in our order and begin to walk away. I thought you were gonna buy me a drink. Not gonna lie, completely forgot she was there. Sorry, family. I smile and walk away. Do you have any standards or do you fuck anything with a vagina? Crude mouth, much? I place a hand on her face. I place my hand. La 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 la. This is a work in progress, so be nice to me. Is anyone even in here? 2 people. Who's in here? Yes, still here. Electric. Hold on, let me fresh my glass. Who's Whiz Flipper? I place my hand on her face, my thumb on one side, fingers on the other, and squeeze her cheeks. What would Randall say? What would I say about what? And if you hurt her feelings again, I'm gonna deck you. His eyes narrow on me. One, I'd kill you. And two, and now my brows knit. When have I ever hurt her feelings? I point my finger at Tiffany. Well, in the last decade, every time you talk to her, Randall places a protective hand around her neck. I'm Kyle, I say, extending my hand to the older woman sitting beside Randall. I'm Dr. Johansson. I quirk a brow. I have an MD. What's your doctorate in? You can shove it right up your snooty, pretentious ass. Economics. Ah, like Randall here. He's the second smartest person I know. I smile at her. And I imagine you're the first? This woman is something else. Hell no, Tiffany here. I point my thumb at her. Did you know... Oh, that's missing a quote. Did you know she's the CFO of Montgomery Oil? She's also got her PhD in econ. She's the smartest person I know. I didn't know. That's because you're a snob who likely didn't ask. I sit back as the bitch and Randall converse about some issue at the university. My degree is in economics. So is Randall's and so is Tiffany's. So you're in good company. You didn't have to say that, Tiffany whispers into my ear. I never have to say anything, small fry, and I never lie. I wink at her and enjoy the little blush that comes over her porcelain skin. I sit back when my meal arrives and just listen to them chat. After the third time of seeing Tiffany struggle with her hair, I yank off the ponytail, hold her around her wrist, and pull her hair back. All you Montgomerys and your ridiculous hair, I mutter as I secure her braid. Maybe now you won't eat your hair. Tiffany blinks at me as she tucks an imaginary lock of hair behind her ear. Thank you. I lightly caress her cheek. Anytime, small fry. Why don't I read a book that I actually have published? Is it just you, Shannon? I don't even know. What is going on? Give me my book back here. Who's in here? I don't know how to get people in a live on YouTube. How does this all work? Let's try this. This is from the book The Holiday Fall, which is already out. No, it is not holiday season. Yes, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. You can always read a holiday book. Anyway, so this is my book. Isabel, Chapter 1. I'm nervous. Everyone here knows each other, has known each other forever. I hate being the new kid. I'm not super outgoing, not like my brother Nick. He's everyone's best friend. My older brother is tall. Apparently, that makes him hot. I don't see it. He's not ugly, but hot? Nick? Ew. But every girl at this new school can't seem to stop talking about him. I hear about him in the locker room, by my locker. Gross. I've been at this school for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks, and I haven't made a single friend. Not one. But Nick has himself a harem. I may not be the most talkative person, but I am friendly. I'm awkward, but I'm nice. And sometimes I'm even funny. Nick is a senior this year while I'm a freshman. My parents said that he'd have a harder time transitioning than me because this is his last year of high school. But he's already made new friends. I haven't made a single one. We moved to Bellevue. No one outside of Washington has even heard of Bellevue. It's a huge city that used to be a suburb. I didn't even know suburbs could become a city. I walk to my locker and grab my textbook for math class. But when I try to close my stupid locker, the door won't shut. I slam it, but it just bounces back. I try opening the door all the way and pushing on it hard, getting momentum, but it just pops right back off. Hey, what'd that locker ever do to you? The guy says from behind me. He chuckles, deep and manly. That sounds like a joke my dad would make, I mutter sarcastically. I roll my eyes and try one last time to force the door closed. I push with all my body weight. Close, you piece of shit. Fletch, let's go, a girl whines from behind me. Yeah, Fletch, go. Resigned that the door is broken, I turn around, and then my face drains of all color. I can actually feel the blood moving down and away from my head. It's Fletcher Jordan. I blink and blink, but he's still here, standing in front of me. Oh my God, Fletcher Jordan is talking to me. Why does he make bad dad jokes? 1 sec, Lori. He holds up his hand. I swallow when he walks toward me. My eyes follow him as he reaches above my head and... shuts my locker door. How the fuck? The door hinge is loose. I'll let Mr. Singer know to fix it. For now, you have to lift it a bit to make to match the latch with the lock. He smells like beach in the sun. Okay, the blood is back. I turn bright crimson when I realize I'm leaning toward him, smelling him. But Fletcher just smiles at me. He's probably used to crazy girls at this point. He's so handsome. He's even taller than my brother. He has black hair and the darkest brown eyes with little flecks of gold in them. He's so pretty. What's your name, little one? He asks. He smiles down at me. His teeth are perfect, white and straight. OMG, I am staring. He caught me staring at him. Is it possible to turn purple with embarrassment? And little one? Ah, crap. I'm Isabel. My friends call me Izzy, I whisper hoarsely. Why am I whispering? You're Nick's baby sister, Fletcher exclaims with a bright smile. Yep, I'm pretty sure I'm purple. I shut my eyes because I can't meet his gaze after that comment and sigh. Baby. Yep, that's exactly what every 15-year-old wants to hear from the hottest guy in school. Fletch, Lori yells. She actually just stomped her foot. My nose scrunches. Now who's the baby? He turns and looks at her. Right. He sighs in resignation before looking back at me. It was nice to meet you, Izzy. Bye, Cora. He waves to someone standing beside me, but I don't see who. I'm too busy staring at his ass as he walks away, his arm slung over Lori's shoulder. Lori. Fletcher. Fletch. Blah, blah, blah. Rude. I fall hard against the locker and bang my head back. Stupid, stupid, stupid. The clang of metal mocks me. You're funny. I turn my head and see a blonde girl shutting her locker door 2 rows down from me. My eyes widen. OMG. Was I talking out loud? Excuse me? I squeak. I'm pretty sure my brain went into sleep mode there for a second out of a need for self-preservation. This is why I have no friends. I'm so weird. She smiles at me. I'm Cora, she says. Fletcher is my cousin. Oh, kill me now. I'm Izzy. I turn my body toward her and give her a silly little wave. Why am I so awkward? We're in algebra together. She points to my textbook. I sit in the back. Walk to class with me. With me? I look around. Is she talking to me? Me? The weird girl who talks to herself out loud? Cora's nice. She's blonde hair, but the same brown eyes as Fletcher now that I'm really looking at her. She's so pretty with her button nose. She's at least 4 inches taller than I am. You are funny. Hi, Midnight Abolished. I don't know if you're still in here. I am an author. This is my book. This is more of a Hallmarky style book because the main character, it's not as spicy as some of my other ones. It's more of a cutesy holiday book. I noticed she's wearing clear braces, those trays that help camouflage that you're wearing braces. Next week, I'm getting braces, but not those. I'll have a mouthful of metal because I have a bite issue, and the orthodontist thought I would likely not wear the trays enough. I have never been more jealous of a person in my life. To my surprise, not only does Cora walk with me to class, but she also invites me to sit with her at lunch. I asked my mom for a Tiffany's bracelet, one of Cora's friends says. Izzy, what do you want for Christmas this year? I think her name is Jessie. Everyone turns to look at me. I don't celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Hanukkah. Oh, like Leah, Cora says with a smile, pointing at the girl across the table from me. I'm Jewish too. Leah waves. Nice to meet another member of the tribe. I smile. I don't really know what I want this year, I say with a shrug. My mom is throwing a party with her new friends. Can I ask for the option to stay in my room for my gift? I cringe. Oh my God, my family was invited to that, Leah says excitedly. I'll be there. So will my family. I turn my head and look up to see Fletcher grab a fry off Cora's tray. Where's Lori? Cora asks, rolling her eyes. I wouldn't know. I just broke up with her, he says, grabbing another fry. She swats his hand away. Get your own food, mooch. He just laughs and grabs several more. Hey, Izzy. My brother gestures his chin in my direction. A few guys pull up chairs and sit at our table. I'm surprised my brother is here. At our old school, he'd never sit with freshmen or me. Let's be real. My brother would never sit with me. With my tray in hand, I get up and walk to the trash bins and toss my garbage in and place the dirty tray on top of the others. I walk back to the table. pulling out my chair. But when I go to sit, the chair isn't there. Ah! I scream as my ass hits the hard floor. Freshman! Someone yells, and I hear laughing all around me. Kill me now. I curl into a ball and hide my head with both my hands. Grant! Fletcher barks, standing up. I hear chair-legs screech on the hardwood floor. The urge to vomit comes over me, and I have to force myself not to cry. The ground is hard, and my ass hurts from the fall. I can only imagine how ridiculous I looked. I'm still sitting on the fucking floor. That's my sister, Nick yells. I look up to see both Fletcher and my brother cornering some guy I've never met before. Fuck with her again and I'll end you, Fletcher says, his voice low and menacing. He jabs his finger in the guy's face. I'm sorry, man, it was a joke. Fletcher shoves the guy away, and my brother steps toward... You guys enjoying this? Just out of curiosity. Anybody liking the story so far? I don't know any of you in here, so this is new to me. If people are still in here, I'm curious if you're enjoying the story. Fletcher shoves the guy away. My brother steps towards the asshole retreating form. Don't. Fletcher places a hand on my brother's chest. My eyes sting when Fletcher turns and walks over to me. He crouches in front of me. You okay, little one? He cups my face, and I feel the heat of my flesh grow even hotter. Don't cry, Izzy. Don't cry. Thank you, I whisper. I can't speak around this guy. Let's get you back in the chair, he suggests. His voice is quiet, kind. Fletcher stands and extends both his hands. Thank you, I say again when he pulls up my chair. Always, he whispers. Fletcher pulls up the seat beside me and puts his arm around the back of my chair. I look around the lunchroom and notice everyone staring at us. But when I look at Fletcher, he's scowling, his eyes narrow, staring everyone down. No one will fuck with you now, Fletcher says, squeezing my shoulder. No one. Whiz Flipper, do I know you? Like, do we follow anyone else? Do we follow each other anywhere else? Okay, chapter 2. Fletcher, 10 years later. Can it be called torture if it's self-inflicted? I mean, it's painful, absolutely, but it's also a craving, a need, a sweet delight of blissful pain. I watch Isabel as she hand mixes the ingredients in the enormous metal bowl in front of her. I stand beside her in the kitchen, her hands covered in shredded potatoes, eggs, onions, and parsley. Can you hand me the matzo meal? My heart pounds when she turns to look at me. I stand completely transfixed as she lifts her arm and itches her nose with her forearm. Fletch! She yells. What? Sorry. I shake my head out. Jesus, it's getting worse. Who has you all in your head? Izzy asks, her nose crinkled. I boop it, and she rolls her eyes at me. Sorry, little one, not telling you what's going on through my head. Hell no. I apparently like this pain so much, I don't want to ruin it for myself. We're friends. We're friends. We are friends. Her brother is my best friend. When Grant pulled her chair out from under her that day when I first met her, I punched him in the face after school. Izzy doesn't know about that part of the story, but I made it my mission to protect this tiny thing. She was barely 5 feet tall at the time, not that she's grown much since then. Izzy maxed out at 5 feet 1 inch. If anyone needs protecting, it's her. I'm so glad you're here, Shannon. This is a new experience for me. I've never been on YouTube before, so let's see how this goes. After school that day, Izzy thanked me, and we've been friends ever since. But my self-inflicted torment didn't start until she turned 18. I was happy being her buddy. She was always kind of awkward, and I found it endearing as fuck. I still do, because she's still awkward as fuck, and it's hilarious. And then I went off to college. I'm 4 years older than Izzy, almost to the day. She was born on December 12th, and I was born on December 17th. She was still in high school. She was a kid. It wasn't until she went off to college that things really changed. Things were totally normal until she got boobs. And I swear it happened overnight. I left for college, and she had no boobs and was in braces. Fast forward 3 years, and bam, boobs. One day she was 17 and my best friend's little sister. And my little friend too. And then the next time I came home from school, well, she wasn't. And she had a boyfriend too, Bradley. I immediately hated him. Within a week of being home and me monopolizing her time, Izzy saw the error of her ways and broke up with him. I was more fun and interesting. I still am. Hence, why we're still friends. We have dinner together twice a week, regardless of our relationship status. She needs career advice, I'm her guy. I need advice on issues with my sister, I go to Izzy. Of course, I haven't acted on anything, but the fact remains. That winter, everything changed for me, and it's only gotten worse. Isabel Raisin is from a fairly traditional Jewish family. They're Greek, with very strong ties to their culture. Izzy isn't particularly religious, but she identifies as Jewish. Nick is the same way. I don't particularly get it. It's like it's part of who they are, not really about the religion, but it is about the religion. They don't go to temple, but they celebrate every holiday and somehow know more about everything than I do. And I used to go to church every Sunday as a kid. Now, not so much. Izzy's mom, Elena, is kind of old school. Always asking when Izzy is going to settle down and get married. Izzy is 25. She doesn't even have a boyfriend. Thank fuck. Whenever these conversations come up, I get angry. Is he married to another man? Not my favorite subject. You need a good man, Elena says. And what's wrong with you, Fletcher? Why are you still single? I actually had to get up and leave the room. I was so pissed off. Where Izzy's family is very, for lack of a better word, or words, always in everyone's business, mine is not. My parents rarely ask about my relationship status. My sister and I are close, but not like Izzy, who constantly seems to fight with her brother and cousins, yet they claim they're just having a regular conversation. They are totally fighting and are in denial. No one yells like that when they're talking, right? Looks and sounds like fighting to me, yet they always end up laughing when they're all together. I've gotten used to it at this point. Sometimes it's so entertaining I lose track of time. It's like dinner and a movie. I've always loved being around her family. They're fun and so different from mine. But Izzy, she liked hanging out at my house when we were younger. She always said she'd prefer it because it was quiet. Fletcher, Jesus Christ on a cracker, wake the fuck up, Izzy yells. I'm sitting in potatoes and eggs here. Sorry, I say, shaking myself out of my stupor again. I don't need that there. I reach for the matzah meal and shake it over her hands. She doesn't really want me to hand it to her. She wants me to help her make the latkes for the Hanukkah party. Every year, her parents throw a huge party for all their friends and family on the first night of Hanukkah. It's a potluck-style party, and this year, Izzy got stuck making 100 latkes. I'm not exaggerating. We've already fried up half. What is wrong with you today? Izzy asks, after I put the lid back on the container. Nothing's wrong. Izzy stops mixing with her hands and turns and glares at me. You may be able to lie to other people, but not to me, she says. You're being distant. It may help if I give a little bit more detail about my little friend of 10 years. Izzy has wild, dark brown hair, dark brown curls that she now has in a messy bun on top of her head. Her dark green eyes are dark emerald, surrounded by layers of dark lashes that don't require any mascara. She has a perfectly straight nose that turns up just a tiny bit at the end. I irritate the fuck out of her when I boop it, so of course I do it all the time. I love annoying her. Oh, and she's got boobs. Perfect round boobs that are tantalizingly showcased in a scoop neck tank top right now. I'm over a foot taller than she is. It's all I see. Olive-colored round breasts. And every time she places her hands inside the latke mix to stir, her boobs jiggle. Now for more context. Consider the fact that this is, the fourth time I've had to endure this since she developed boobs? I'm a guy, okay? I'm a straight, hot-blooded male. And I like boobs. My friend Connor from college, who is 100% gay, has also commented on her boobs, except he literally said, girl, if I weren't gay, my head would be motorboating those for days. I about punched him in the face. Of course, Izzy just laughed. That's fucked up, man, Nick had said. He actually winced in pain. Have I painted a clear enough picture of my suffering? It's a fun experience. What are we talking about? Love this book. Such a funny good one. What are we talking about? I don't know how to get new people in here. I am not sure how this experience works. It says that there are 2 people in here, but I don't think that's true. Now there's 1. But I got 5 likes. I don't know what the likes mean either. Do we like the story? Do we want something spicier? I don't even, can I read a spicier book on TikTok or on YouTube? Who's in here? Will it even tell me? Can I click on this? Will it show me? It does not show me. I don't know who's in here. How the fuck does anyone know who's in here? Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Ha, look at that. Ooh, let's see if we can pull up the... Here we go. Let's see. What should I put up here? I can put up pictures. Look at that. No. Can I do this? What do I want to do? Shannon, what do you think we should put up? Should we put up this? Can I wave? How does this work? I am new to this, so be patient with me as I figure this out. I guess it's just like say hi, and you say hi. I'm sorry, I was trying to share to our friends on TT. Oh, well, I will take that any time of the day. Do we like this? Can you guys see the book in the background? I turned my head an inch before the knot. Oh, this is from Where Her Heart Finds Home. Should I do that, or should I put up the actual cover of Where Her Heart Finds Home? Why don't I actually do this? Maybe I should read Where Her Heart Finds Home. Let's read. Should we read Where Her Heart Finds Home? Who would like to hear a cowboy romance? But anybody can't see much of it. You can't see much of it. What do we prefer then? What would we prefer? Better me feel. Do we like this? This is fun. We like this better. We can't really see much of this either. But whatevs. At least it's a fun color. Do we care? Let's read from Where Her Heart Finds Home. My comments are delayed. The cover is fine. Oh, the cover was fine? Okay. Then I'll go back to the cover. Better me feel. We like this better? Okay. Let's go to this chapter. Okay. Chapter 1, Michaela. How do I share? I shared this on Facebook. Well, can I share it on Messenger? Cancel. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's try this. Tell me if you like this. Sorry, I need to drink some water. So I'm reading from Where Her Heart Finds Home. This is my book. I figured I've never been on YouTube before. And I literally, oh my God, Shannon, I should tell you. I was sitting writing. I said nothing. Like no words came out of my mouth. And I got a violation for redirecting people outside of TikTok. I'm not even kidding. I said absolutely nothing. I was working on book 2. Strangest experience of my life. So I contacted them. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with your restrictions, but it's ridiculous. So I wrote this cowboy romance, and I thought that I would do a little bit of a dramatic reading, if you will, if you guys enjoy it. If you don't like it, then let me know you don't like it, and then I will stop. Is there anyone here? I may as well just start reading. Chapter 1, Michaela. When I started college, I had all these dreams of what it would mean for my future. I would get my degree in biology, go to medical school, and become a surgeon. But of course, life never goes as planned, and mine is no exception. I finished my last year of college with a bachelor's of science in nursing. That isn't the bad part. In fact, I'm proud of myself for finishing. What sucked balls was my final year of school. It was, well, to be totally honest, it was the worst year of my life. I'm not being dramatic. Well, maybe I am. But it was horrible. My dad got sick during the summer before my second year of college. Pancreatic cancer. The cancer that puts all cancers to shame. The oncologist gave my dad 6 months. But Phil Masterson was a fighter. My dad fought for every single day he had. And he did the most incredible thing because he gave me the best gift of all. More time with him. He fought until his body wouldn't let him fight anymore. And the week after I graduated, he succumbed to the disease. Soon after my father was diagnosed, my mother began to change. She began going out, dressing differently, coming home drunk, and I'm pretty sure she was cheating on my father. I have no proof, but all signs point in that direction. My older brother Jack said I was being too hard on her, that with Dad sick, she was having a hard time coping. But he didn't live with us, and he didn't see what I saw. My mom didn't want to be a mother anymore, or a wife for that matter. I drove Dad to his appointments. I stayed with him during his chemotherapy sessions, and he helped me study. I somehow managed to get mostly A's through school, even with all my stresses and worries. "Don't hate her," my father said during one of his sessions. I handed him a popsicle before sitting and opening my anatomy textbook. "I don't hate her," I said in frustration. "Then what do you feel?" He looked so frail, so tired, yet he kept coming to his sessions, never wavering from his treatment plan. His head tilted to the side as he regarded me, his brows furrowed. I sighed and closed the book and looked at him. "I'm angry," I said. "I don't know who that woman is, but she isn't my mom." "She's never been able to handle difficult situations. I knew that when I married her," he said. "I don't have a lot of time left, and I just want the two of you to get along when I'm gone." "I'll try," I said, shrugging my shoulders in resignation. "That's all I can ask," he replied, squeezing my hand. "Now let's get you a nail your next final." Things did not get better, but for my dad, I kept my thoughts and feelings to myself. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but I wanted my father's last months, weeks, days to be filled with positivity. So I put a smile on my face and pretended everything was okay. Things with my boyfriend weren't faring much better either. Cody and I had only been seeing each other for 4 months when my dad got sick. He was in school for computer science, but by the end of our 3rd year, he had dropped out. Cody was lost, and I didn't have it in me to end things when he was so down. Raquel, my best friend, was my safe space during all this strife. With us both in different schools, we did our best to stay connected. And when I couldn't visit her because of my dad's treatment, he bought her a plane ticket to stay with us. Raquel saw firsthand what my mom was doing. So when Jack tried to defend her again, it was my best friend who yelled at him. My mom changed, and that was just the reality of it. Or maybe she had always been this way and my dad had been a buffer? I don't even know. What I do know is that after he passed away, she wasted no time in grieving his loss. Since the beginning of summer, she'd been going out, and more troubling, she comes home with different guys. And it's just gross and frankly not safe. The men she brings home are so sleazy, and some of them are my age. But today, well, let's just say today she gets the award for Most Fucked Up Mother of the Year. "What in the everlasting fuck?" I yell, walking into the living room of my house. I stop short and drop my shit on the ground as my brain processes what my eyes see. "Mickey!" my mother yells as she tries to cover herself. I blink and blink and blink. But I can't unsee what I'm seeing. My boyfriend Cody is naked on the sofa behind my mother, who was also naked. They are both naked in the living room. My mother and my boyfriend. My mother is fucking my boyfriend. It's like the Beetlejuice sign in the movie. All my brain can see is naked, 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 flashing in neon red lights. It's not what it looks like, Cody stammers, pulling up his pants. I scoff. Did he really just say that? I mean, come on. That's like the worst, most cliche thing he could say. Oh, so your dick accidentally slipped into my mother's vagina, I yell, pointing to his unzipped pants. My heart is pounding. I'm mortified. Obviously, no one expects to walk in on his or her mother having sex. I also never expected to find my mother fucking my boyfriend. Cody just stands there, his face crestfallen. He wipes his hands over his face and looks like he's about to cry. Why does he look so devastated? I'm the one who was cheated on. I should be the one who's devastated. He was fucking my mother. We haven't even had sex since my father died. And now I'm just disgusted. Things between us had deteriorated over the last year. I was focused on my dad and school. With my mom MIA, all Dad had in the end was me. I should have just broken up with Cody. I'm not in love with him. I am never going to be. But then he dropped out of school and he would say things like, I'm so lucky to have you in my life, and I don't know what I'd do without you. How do you dump a guy who says those things to you and seems so lost? I would have felt like the worst person in the world. I never in a million years would have imagined this. I never even suspected he was cheating on me. Little did I know he was fucking my mother. Mickey, let's be adults about this, my mother says, as though all of a sudden she's a normal adult. Are you kidding me right now? I look at her, my face all scrunched up. I can't even meet her gaze right now. You literally had a guy over here last night, and now you're fucking my boyfriend on the sofa I sit on every day? I'm mortified, and yes, I'm yelling. I can't help it. I'm gonna vomit. I want to puke. My stomach is churning, and I feel sick. I can't be here. I can't. My eyes dart to Cody, but he just averts his gaze from me. His cheeks burn crimson, and he combs his fingers through his blonde locks. I look back at my mother and cringe when she winks at Cody. Yeah, I want to vomit. Fiery heat grows inside me as my mother pulls on her clothing. She looks over at me and shakes her head, rolling her eyes at me. She's looking at me like I'm somehow being immature about this, that somehow I'm being unreasonable. Tears sting my eyes as I run to my room. I fling open my closet doors and grab my duffel bag. I don't fold anything. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm grabbing. I just yank whatever I can off the hangers, shoving them into the bag. I pull open my drawers, taking handfuls of underwear and bras. I just take whatever I touch until the bag is full. I hoist it over my shoulder and run to my bathroom, throwing everything into my toiletry bag. I can't be here anymore. I can't live in this house and be near this person. I can't pretend this behavior is normal. I'm just done. If my dad were alive, what would he think? Would he be mad at me or Mom? Would he understand? Mickey! Cody yells as I walk out of my bedroom, my arms full of shit. I can't even look at him. I can't believe he's talking to me. Cody reaches for my hand, but I jerk it away. He drops his arm in resignation and frowns. I'm so sorry, he says, his face red. I hold up my hand and just dart past him, with my bag slung over my shoulder. Where are you going? My mother asks. My brow furrows in confusion at the sound of worry in her tone. Away. I walk to the front door. Are you going to come back to cook dinner? I stop, unable to believe what she literally just asked me. I turn around and look at her, my brow furrowed. My head is pounding so hard I'm worried I may actually collapse. Are you insane? I ask incredulously. Don't you think you're being a little dramatic? It's not like you were married. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I don't know who's in here, but I hope you're liking it. You can leave a comment and let me know. I would not be sad about it. Something breaks inside my head. I drop the duffel and turn to her. You're sick. Sick. I don't even know who you are. What kind of woman fucks her daughter's boyfriend? I don't know what is going on with you, but this I shake my hand between all of us. This is fucked up, and I'm done. Wiz Flipper, you're still here! Yay! Wiz Flipper. I should make a podcast. Who is that? I feel like you're playing me. Like, I feel like I should know who you are and you're playing me. This book is actually published. I feel like you're like Keith. Are you Keith? Are you Keith Reads on another app? Keith is the only one that would make fun of me. My mother rolls her eyes at me again. Just a guy from Texas. Are you really from Texas? My mother rolls her eyes at me again. Then I turn my gaze to Cody. How long has this been going on? I came here to talk to you. He walks toward me. I scoff. South of Dallas, 45 minutes. This book takes place in Texas. I don't know if that's apparent with the cowboy on the cover. Why are you laughing at me, Shannon? It's on Kindle Unlimited if you would like to read it. I scoff and pick up my bags. And you thought fucking my mother would get me in the mood? He opens his mouth to speak, but I hold up my hand. I'm done. We're done. Mickey, my mother yells as I walk to the door. But this time I don't stop. I don't respond. I just walk to my car, throw my bags in my trunk, and drive away. Okay, that's the first chapter. If you can believe it, this is actually a rom-com. So this is in a fictitious town called Crystal Falls, which is kind of like, it's north of Dallas. Why do you keep laughing at me, Shannon? Should I know who this person is? Should I know who Wiz Flipper is? You keep saying LOL. I want to know what that means. Who else is in here? It says there's 3 people in here. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. Maybe somebody will see me in passing and then be like, oh my God, this book's amazing. I should get it off of Amazon. Chapter 2. I'm like still waiting for Shannon to respond, but she's like on a delay. So for stupid internet. Okay. Chapter 2. Michaela. 10 missed calls. 5 from my mother, 2 from my brother Jack, and 3 from Cody. Why he bothers calling is beyond me. I'm supposed to be studying for my boards. I'm supposed to be looking for a job. I spent so much time with my father. I did my clinicals with my dad's oncologist. But I don't think I can stomach that type of medicine long term. While oncology is fascinating, I don't think I can focus on cancer patients for the rest of my life. It was heartbreaking. Yes, we had some wins, but when we didn't, I found myself growing attached to the patients, and that was not healthy for me. I'm thinking an ED would be better suited to me since I won't see the same patients day in and day out. But I'm not studying. I'm driving. I'm driving aimlessly. I have no destination. I just drive because I can't go home. It's no longer home. It's no longer where I want to be, where I can be. My mother is gone. Whoever that woman is, she isn't my mother. Not anymore. I sigh when my phone rings again. It's Jack. I've been on the road for, what? Oh, fuck me. 4 hours? May as well get this shit show over with. He's going to defend her. I know he is. And I'm already pissed. May as well get all the anger out now and calm down later. Hi, Jack. I say after I hit the phone button on my steering wheel. You okay? My brow furrows. He sounds worried about me. Jack is never worried about me. Annoyed? Yes. Worried? Never. And asking if they were Keith. I was laughing at you asking if they knew you because only Keith would make fun of me. So it's like hard to know. No, I tell him honestly. I'm not going to pretend I'm okay because I'm not okay. I feel lost. I feel betrayed. Mom called me, said you two got into a fight, Jack says. I snicker. A fight? Is that what she told you? I shake my head. The sun has officially set. I have absolutely no idea where I am. I really need to figure out what highway I'm on. She said you freaked out and ran away. Did she happen to tell you why I freaked out? And I didn't run away. I'm 22 years old, not 12, I say, defending myself. I'm almost 23. She said she told you your boyfriend was cheating on you, Jack says. Is that true? Was that piece of shit cheating on you? Jack sounds angry. Obviously, Mom left out the part where she was the one cheating with my boyfriend. But what are details when you want sympathy? Why does the truth matter? Who's Keith? Keith is a friend of mine who has multiple accounts on different platforms and messes with me. He is he's actually a book influencer, and he helps me when I'm going to put this over here. He helps me reach new readers. But I'm having issues on TikTok, and I'm finding it very frustrating. So I thought, what the hell? I may as well try coming over here and meeting a new reader. Where am I? Obviously, Mom left out the part where she was the one cheating with my boyfriend. But what are details when you want sympathy? Why does the truth matter? He was cheating. Fuck, you can't blame Mom. She was just the messenger. Be mad at Cody. And if I told you Mom didn't tell me so much as show me that Cody was cheating on me, would you still tell me not to blame Mom? My voice is full of sarcasm. There's silence over the phone for a few moments. Then Jack asks, show you? Did she have a video or something? No, I caught a live performance, I say with fake enthusiasm. Wait, what? I can just picture his brows drawing as he tries to piece it all together. Jack, Mom was fucking my boyfriend. I can feel the surge of anger rush over me again. Mom was the one fucking Cody. No. Oh, yes, I hiss. Still want to defend her? He's silent. Look, it's dark. I'm driving. I don't want to argue with you right now. I just don't. If you're going to try to defend her, no, fuck, Mickey. I'm shocked. Seriously? Jack asks, his voice strained. I look out my window and see a sign that says, Welcome to Oregon. Fuck, what highway am I on? I-82? I don't even know what interstate that is. Shit. I look and see my gas tank is half full. I really need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Not that it really matters, but still, you need to know where you are, moron. You there, Mickey? My brother asks. I hadn't said anything. I hadn't asked or said anything for him to respond to. I'm here. Do you want to come to Atlanta and stay with me? After my brother graduated from college, he moved to Atlanta. There was a mini tech boom happening over there, and he got a job with a big tech company. I love Atlanta, and I love my brother, but I don't trust him right now. No, that isn't it. It isn't about trust. I don't know if he'd be able to keep Mom away. I really need to be as far from her as possible. After Dad died, all Jack did was defend Mom, and I can't take that right now. I think I just need to be alone. I need to be by myself for a while. I'm resigned to my reality. Do you need money? I sigh. Gratefully, he isn't arguing with me this time. Shit. I hadn't even thought about money. Fucking money. I had saved up from when I worked, but I'd taken the summer off to focus on studying for the boards. It was now the beginning of August, and I was ready to schedule my appointment to take the NCLEX. Mickey, I'll send you money. Don't stay in shithole motels, okay? Find a courtyard or something and text me wherever you are. Understand? Jack asks. I nod, then roll my eyes at myself when I realize he can't see me. Yes, okay, thanks. I'm sorry, he whispers. I thought you were being dramatic. Even after Raquel told you about the 4th of July? Mom had invited over some random guys I didn't know. Not just one guy, but several. We live on Lake Washington, and my friends and I decided to take the boat out to get away from her. Instead, she invited the sleazy guys onto the boat and then proceeded to get drunk and fell over and into the lake. I freaked out because I freaked out because we were moving. I was driving, so I stopped, and Cody and his friend Justin jumped into the lake and got her out. She was too drunk to even notice the giant bruise on her thigh. Raquel had called Jack and told him what had happened, but he just argued with her about her being overly cautious, saying she doesn't know how to have fun. Nothing about that day had been fun, and it only solidified my resolve that Jack was firmly in Mom's camp. I hear Jack take a deep breath on the other end of the phone. Mom's not handling Dad's death well. I hear him clear his throat, and my eyes well with that familiar ache in my chest. I knew she wasn't doing well, but I hadn't realized it was this bad. I thought since she was working that she was just going through a rough patch. Jack, she checked out as soon as Dad got sick. I tell him over the phone. I told him that 2 years ago, but again, he didn't believe me. What can I do? He asks. And now I can hear it. Shit. I flip the signal on my car and pull off at the exit ahead. I see a sign for a Best Western hotel. It's after 10 o'clock at night. I'm tired and hungry, and I really need to move my ass anyway. And driving while crying is definitely not a good idea. Jack, I put the car in park. I'm going to be okay. I don't know what to do about Mom. I just can't be near her right now. I feel so frustrated. I know. I'm so sorry, Mickey. I can't even believe she did that. He chokes out. What's wrong with her? He asks as though I have the answer. I don't know. And right now, I want nothing to do with her, I say. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I have to focus on myself right now. I can't worry about her when she clearly doesn't give a shit about me. I'm here for you. And I realize now that I wasn't being fair to you. I know you did a lot for Dad. Fuck, I miss him. My brother chokes out a sob, and I feel my tears stream down my cheeks. I just miss him. I'm here too. You can always call me when you miss him. Night or day, just call me, okay? I wet my face with my shirt sleeves and sniffle. You at a hotel now? Yes, a Best Western. I'm going to check in. I need something to eat, and I need to walk on the treadmill. After my ass is sitting for 4 hours, I think my ass is actually numb, I say, opening my door. Jack chuckles. Good. I just deposited some money into your account. Just let me know when you need more. I'm sorry, Mickey. If you change your mind, you can always come here. We end our call with our I love yous, and I shove my phone in my purse. I grab my bag and backpack and make my way inside and get a room for the night. Chapter 3. Kane. I love Texas. Call me crazy, but where I live, I get all the seasons. What I don't love is the fucking humidity. I'm sweating my balls off, and it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. You ready to get on the road? My brother Patrick asks, after he finishes a bottle of water. I was ready an hour ago, I answer with a little annoyance. Okay, maybe a lot. I prefer to get my shit done early in the morning, and that includes getting on the road for an auction that's 6 hours away. I don't know if we'll pick up anything, but we need a few new mares. But since we breed and train what some refer to as bucking broncos, we look for a specific temperament. I can't just go to any old auction and pick whatever looks pretty. Patrick is in charge of picking out the best mares and stallions, and I focus on training. I used to ride when I was younger, and I did well for myself, but now I'm focused on training riders and horses, and that suits me just fine. What took you so long? I ask gruffly. Patrick gives me a smirk and a side eye. Fuck you. I hit him in the back of the head. Did I mention my brother got himself a wife 2 months ago? Rebecca. How he won her over is a mystery to me, but she loves him. I really don't need a picture. I really don't need to picture them fucking in the morning. I'm the oldest. My brother Patrick is the baby at 27. After me is Hugh. He's 38. Lance is 36, and Tiffany, our only sister, is 34. Patrick was a surprise, as Mama likes to say, though I'm pretty sure he was a mistake since our dad had a vasectomy after Tiffany was born. Apparently, my dad was part of the 1% of failed vasectomies. My mother made sure the doctor removed her tubes after Patrick was born. You asked, the fucker laughs at me. Don't be a little bitch just because you're not getting laid. I quirk around my brother. If I wanted to get laid, I could. I choose when to fuck around. I didn't once, and I got burned. Bad. And I'm not going to make that mistake I'm not going to make a mistake like that again. When I was 25, I was dumb enough to marry a buckle bunny, then found her in bed with another man I was riding against. We've been married for 2 years, and it took 2 years to divorce her. I learned my lesson right quick. Finding love wasn't for me. I retired from riding 5 years ago. At 40, married life and a family just aren't in the cards for me. And we aren't exactly swimming in new pussy up here in Crystal Falls. The ride through to New Mexico was a pretty easy one, and the auction pans out well. Patrick found 2 new mares that fit our needs, and by this time next year or the year after, we hope they'll be ready to start breeding. I don't even know who's in here anymore. I don't get how this app works. But I'm here, so who cares? Maybe somebody will see me. It's already dark, which means the ride will be more comfortable for the horses, so we load them up on the trailer behind the truck and get back on the road. I'm hungry, Patrick says as we drive past a restaurant. Why didn't you stop there? I ask, pointing my thumb at the passing strip mall. I'm not eating at a chain, he grumbles. I'm going to Shirley's, he says as he exits the freeway. That damn steakhouse is 20 minutes out of the way. Patrick is the one driving, so fighting about it would be a waste of breath. We pull up to a small house that's been converted to a steakhouse and park the truck along the side of the building. I complain about the distance, but we always come here when we're in town, and the food's delicious. Plus, they don't give a shit for the trailer. Jack, I'm fine, I hear a young girl say over her cell phone. Yes, I'm here. Thank you. It is. I'm excited. I'm getting some dinner now, and I'll call you later. For how many? The hostess asks her. For 1, please, the young girl says. Why is she alone? I can't help it. She's a woman and I'm a man with eyes. And fuck if she isn't the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Jean shorts, frayed, giving me a nice view of her thick thighs and an ass. A black t-shirt that hugs her in all the right places. She's got long mahogany waves that fall down her back. The color is a mixture of dark and light browns and reds. And it looks so soft and shiny. I have to remind myself that we don't touch random people's hair. That would be weird and pervy. The wait will be about 35 minutes. Is that okay? I frown. There's a table for 4 open and available. I know this because this restaurant doesn't take reservations. The 2 tops are all taken. Of course, thank you, the young woman says. Your name? Mickey, she says sweetly. I think my heart stops when she turns around. Huge, piercing green eyes look up at me, and our gazes lock. I don't say anything. She's basically a kid. I feel weird even looking at her. What the fuck is wrong with me? She's probably not even 21. Hey, Kane, Patrick, the owner of the restaurant says as we approach the hostess stand. You boys here for dinner? Just the 2 of you? She asks, grabbing 2 menus. 3, actually. Don't ask me what the fuck I'm doing. I've lost my mind. I turn to Mickey and say, care to join us? Her doe eyes get even rounder as she looks at me, her lips forming a little O in surprise. Patrick elbows me and I look at him. What are you doing? My brother whispers in my ear. I don't know, I whisper back, because I don't. But the thought of her sitting waiting for 35 minutes while we get seated right away, it just doesn't sit well with me. I turn back to her. I'm Kane, I say. It's no different than if you sat at the table beside us. She stands and looks over the hostess stand, taking in the seating. There's about 2 feet in between each table. All right, she says. Thank you. Table for 3, the owner says as she walks us to the foretop. I'm Patrick, my brother says when he sits down. I feel it needs to be said that I'm married, love my wife, and would never harm a woman such as yourself, he adds as she sits diagonally from him. Good to know, Patrick, she says with a light chuckle. She smiles as she reaches over to shake his hand. You can give me a real handshake, she says when Patrick grabs her 2 top fingers. Yes, ma'am, he smiles at her. I'm Michaela, but everyone calls me Mickey. Do you go to school out here? Patrick places his napkin on his lap. Oh, no, I already graduated, she says shyly. You planning on going to college? Patrick asks. Oh, boy. I shut my eyes for a moment and take in a deep breath. My brother really is an idiot. Mickey tilts her head at him and frowns. Then she picks up her water glass and takes a sip. I graduated from college this past spring. Her voice is curt. Patrick visibly cringes. Sorry, he says begrudgingly. Just stop talking, I say when he opens his mouth to speak again. This is why I wonder how we got a woman like Rebecca. Once Patrick starts digging a hole, it's as if his brain wonders, how deep can I dig this hole? What'd you study? I ask. Nursing, she answers. I'm studying for the boards right now. Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, and she's not wearing any makeup. This girl is stunning. Hey, boys, the waitress says before looking up at us. Her big smile dims when she looks at me. Now I inwardly cringe. I mentioned that I don't date, but I'm not a monk. What are the odds that a woman I slept with months ago is now a waitress here? Kane? Patrick asks. Her eyes dart between me, the little beauty beside me, and my brother. I thought I would have heard from you. Her cheeks flush. Pamela is a pretty woman. She's tall with long black hair and pretty brown eyes. But after I slept with her, I knew it was a mistake because she started asking me when we'd see each other again. I don't date. I met her at a bar. We fucked. I thought we were on the same page. So I did what any guy would do in that situation. I grabbed my shit and I ran. I've never claimed to be a nice guy. Just in town for the auction. I avoid her obvious question. Can I get the amber ale, a Caesar salad, and the porterhouse medium rare with the mashed potatoes? My God, am I a dick. Of course. She might push that pencil straight through that paper. I'll have the same, my brother says with a smirk. Ouch, he says when I kick him under the table on his shin. And for you, honey? Pamela asks. Can I have the garden salad with the balsamic vinaigrette, the ribeye, medium rare, and the mashed potatoes, please? And can I get a glass of the house red? Honey, we don't serve alcohol to minors. Your dad knows better than to let you drink. Pamela rests her hand on her hip, shaking her head at Mickey. My dad is dead, and I'm 23. Mickey hands Pamela her ID and sits quietly while Pamela looks it over. Today is your birthday? Pamela asks quietly, her voice shaking with unease. Well, I guess I know she's over the legal age to drink. Does that make me less creepy? Mickey clears her throat. Yes, she croaks out, taking her ID back and putting it in her wallet. Wow, I honestly don't think that could have been any more awkward. Patrick sits back in his chair as Pamela walks away. I turn my head and look at Mickey. Today's your birthday? I ignore my brother. Mickey shrugs. I'd rather be alone. I'm not the best company. I can see the tears well up in her eyes before Mickey turns her attention back to her water. Why is that? I find myself asking. It's complicated. There's a bit of an edge in her voice. You'd think that would be a good indicator that she didn't want to talk about whatever it was that was complicated. But apparently today, I'm swinging for the fences of the Major League Asshole Hall of Fame. What the hell did I just do? Why are you alone on your birthday and don't give me that garbage about it being complicated? I demand, turning my attention to her. No one should feel alone or be alone on their birthday. Mickey stiffens in her seat and turns a very dark shade of red. Well, Kane, you appear to be living up to your namesake by effectively killing my knight. But fine. My father died 4 months ago after battling cancer for 3 years, and 3 days ago I walked in on my mother having sex with my boyfriend. Does that answer your question? Her tone is snide. That doesn't sound all that complicated, Patrick says. I turn my head to my brother and kick him again. What? He asks, rubbing his shin. Maybe you should call Pamela back over so you can get your dick. Patrick moves his body around to avoid my next kick. Oh my God, Mickey exclaims with a laugh. She covers her mouth with her hand in an attempt to hide it, but she can't seem to stop giggling. I watch as her entire body shakes with mirth, and her laugh, it's low and husky. Beautiful. Oh my God, she says again as she dabs her napkin under her eyes. Thank you for that, Patrick. I needed that. I'm perpetually saying shit I shouldn't, so I'm happy someone got something positive out of it. My brother chuckles, leaning back in his chair with a smirk. Why does he look smug, the dumbass? Your drinks? Pamela slams my beer in front of me, spilling some onto the tablecloth. For your date? She adds through gritted teeth when she places Michaela's wine in front of her. Not a date. Met 10 minutes ago, and that isn't an exaggeration, Mickey says, holding up her index finger. You picked her up at my work? Pamela asks, turning her dagger-like glare on me. You had no way of knowing you worked here? Patrick says, not helping. Mickey laughs again, covering her mouth unsuccessfully. He's not that funny, I say when Mickey starts to wave her hand in apology. It's the entire thing, she chokes out. He didn't pick me up, miss. Kane felt bad when I was skipped over for a table. But honey, he's not interested, and you're gorgeous. Don't waste your energy on a guy who isn't worth what you have to give. I'm pretty sure I was just insulted somewhere in that little speech, but Pamela is smiling, so I keep my mouth shut. Thank you, Pamela says. I'm sorry. This was just weird, Mickey asks, raising her brows. Yes, honey, I'm full of weird this week. Trust me. Nothing. This is nothing compared to what I've been through. Just one more weird day. Mickey shrugs, a smile dancing on her lips. I'm not that bad, I say defensively after Pamela walks away. Mickey giggles. Yes, you are. All you had to do was tell her you didn't want a relationship. You just avoided telling her, and that made it worse. I met her once a month ago in a bar, I defend. We didn't even go on a date. Mickey bobs her head from side to side. Okay, then she's a little crazy. Maybe next time don't fuck a crazy, she says before taking a sip of her wine. After a few moments of silence, I look over and see that Mickey is giggling again. Are you drunk? I notice her cheeks are flushed. I may not have eaten today, she says in a sing-song voice. Fuck me. This girl is going to kill me. I run my fingers through my hair and count to 10. Half a glass of wine and Mickey is practically on the floor. Her cheeks are red and she can't seem to stop giggling. Hey, lightweight, Patrick says, handing her a basket of bread. Ooh, thanks. She reaches over excitedly, her eyes all big and round. Yum, she hums, as she slathers on a huge amount of butter. She sways to the side, a dreamy look on her face. I bristle in silence, shocked at how much butter she's putting on that roll. I wonder how it would look slathered all over her. Oh, come on, Grandpa. Don't be a stick in the mud. She frowns at me disapprovingly. I'm not a grandpa. I do nothing to disguise my irritation. Talk about a hit to the gut. I'm sitting here picturing this girl naked and she just called me Grandpa. I have a full head of black hair, thank you very much, and barely any gray. Barely. Grandpa. Fucking Grandpa. You made him mad. Do it again. It's fun when it's not directed at me, Patrick says. I kick him again. Shit, he mutters, rubbing his shin. Stop doing that. Shut it, I grumble, pointing a finger at him. It's okay, Gramps. Don't take that anger out on your son. He's going to cut your steak up nice and fast, I promise. Mickey teases, rubbing my arm up and down, as if I were a child. Then I see it, and I feel it when her hand stops moving. I might be 40 years old, but I don't look it. And I sure as shit don't feel like it either. Who's in here? Who is in here? What do you think so far? How do you get people in a live on YouTube? What is the like secret sauce? I've never done this before. At least not on this app. If you want to read more, you're going to have to get the book. I'm not going to read the whole book on a live. That would be a very long book. It's almost 500 pages. Is this the kind of thing where you like have to share it out and then like people come? Or is this like a live feed and then people can come to the live? It's really good. You're super talented. Well, thank you, Wiz Flipper. That's the book. Tell your friends. I don't know what to say. I'm not a narrator. Well, I mean, I am, but not by trade. I'm just a writer who would like to be, well, I'm an author who would like to be more well known. So I'm out here hawking my wares, as they say. So Amazon. Although they are actually edited by a person. So how terrible is my Texas accent? Because I think Texas accents are different than Southern accents, in my opinion. I can tell a difference between someone that's from like Alabama and then someone that's from Texas. I don't think it's the same drawl. I think there's a different accent. But that's just my opinion. I actually think that's a factual statement, but Some people might disagree, so saying fact is kind of an iffy thing to say nowadays. I am going to share this out one more time. I don't really know how to do this. This isn't. It was good. There's some nice Texas parts. There's more parts about Texas later on in the book when she gets caught in a storm. I did a flash flood in book 2 has a flash flood. It's a different. Tiffany is the main character of book 2 and his best friend who you haven't met yet. But they're an interesting couple, to say the least. What is this? What are all these different icons? A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel as unlisted. I don't even know what that means. What is that? Oh, I turned off my camera. Okay. I am trying to figure this stuff out. Hello, little man. You ready for bed?
My dad's putting me to bed, remember?
Daddy's putting you to bed? Okay. I don't want you on camera. You know the rules. You know the rules.
I'm not on camera.
Okay, stay off camera. Making sure you stay off camera. Why are you in here, little man? I thought you were supposed to be brushing your teeth and getting ready for bed.
I know. He's not telling me to do.
I'm telling you to go do those things.
You're not putting me to bed.
So, I'm still your mother, whether I'm putting you to bed or not, aren't I? Yeah. Go brush your teeth, please. Counting to 3. 1, 2. What do you want to happen if you don't go brush your teeth? Yeah, I thought so. Close the door, please. Okay, close the door, please. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Why?
Close the door, please.
Okay.
Okay. That's not closing it. That opened it more. Use your hand. Use your hand. Take your thumb out of your mouth. When did you start sucking your thumb? Okay, close the door. Thank you.
It was like that when I comped. It was like this when I comped.
Push this across as a podcast. I've never done... I've never marketed on YouTube, really. I mostly do my marketing on TikTok and some on Instagram. I've been doing pretty good. But I'm trying to reach a broader audience, as they say. Apologies for my son. Apparently, Daddy's on hiatus. And he left the door open. What else can I say? A podcast also requires additional marketing. So then I would be marketing books on top of a podcast, which would just be more marketing. I would rather people just buy the books. I have another book called The Coach, which is this book, which is a sports romance. And that one's actually now an audiobook. So I'm excited about that. People can go and get the audiobook, which has been pretty successful. I have like 14 novels that I've written, and they're all fairly chunky. Well, this is one that's now got sprayed edges, but they're pretty big books. So I'm doing okay. I've been having issues with TikTok for random reasons. I don't really know why their algorithm is all messed up. So I'm here. I thought I would try. I've been doing this for now over an hour, and I think I'm good. So if you're interested in subscribing to my channel, I guess that's what you do over here, I would be thrilled to have you subscribe. And maybe you will talk about my books and tell someone to buy them. It was nice to meet you. Bye, YouTube world.